Hi, Robin. Want to show you the road bridge form and how it worked out in Transform. So the road bridge form had a number of different sections. So there's an audit marking guide there. Then there's some initial fields here, and then there are 15 different sections numbered in the front 1 to 15. With various number of questions per section, but all of them with the same 3 possible answers. So safe, unsafe, not applicable, yes, no, not applicable for photo, and then marking a score out of a drop-down list. After that, we have an individual a scoring section for the individual parts, and a total score here at the end, which is also reflected up here at the top level in this field here. And a guide at the end, an audit report actions list. So there's pick a classification, pick a category, type in an action, type in who it's assigned to, and pick the closeout date. And then there are some pre-configured pages here to store, as it seems, up to 24 photos with a caption each. So that's the original form. Now the Transform implementation obviously has now navigation for the various sections. So we provide, first of all, a link to this page here, the marking list. So you can see this fits quite nicely. Actually, it fits almost all on one page. Then we move to the individuals. So there's the top section here, and this is an automatically filled in field, the score. And then obviously, instead of having all of the questions, this is only one, we have the individual section. So the section 1 here is accessed by clicking this. Then for each of the fields, as we said, we have a safe, unsafe, photo taken, yes, no, and picking a score out of the list. And obviously that continues for all of the sections here. So all of these have been filled in exactly as the original form, all of them with the proper subtitles here for the subsections, all of them color-coded as the original one. So this goes on, and then we get to the audit score page for the individual sections. So we have the same here. Now, the scores, again, are calculated per section. So if I go to section 8, which only has a couple of questions, so this will be quick to do. And so let's say I mark a score of 90 here and a score of 30 in this one. What the original form gives me is it gives me a marking of 60, which is 30 plus 90 by 2, which is the number of questions in the section. And then this total audit score here, I assume it's taken from taking the score of that section and assuming it's 1/15 of the total. So this corresponds to 1/15. So 60 by 15 is 4 as a total score. So this works in the same way here. So if I go to section 8 and I do the same here, so I mark, as I did here in section 8, I mark a 90 score here and a 30 score here. If I go back out and I go to the audit scores, there's my 60, there's my 4, and there's what it means. Now, on where these fall, and to get the color coding, I referenced this this section here, this table here, which describes the ranges. So one thing to note here on the original form is that although this is only a 4, this is still marked color-coded green, and I'm not sure why that is done like that. It should obviously be a red in this case. So, and that score also reflects up here at the top of the list of the form, and so does our score over here. Now, at the end, remember we had the audit report actions. So obviously in our case, this is not just a long table, but this is a data group with everything we had here. So the classifications, there they are, the categories. So I didn't have these as a text reference, so I just typed them in. And then all the others are text inputs. And then obviously I can continue to add more. And the signatures, they're at the bottom. So the final section are the photos, which obviously, again, there's no point in creating a predefined grid of photos. We just have a data group. So we capture one image, add a caption, add another image, take a caption, and so on. So that's the form. So all of these sections have been filled in. So this is a replica and a mirror of what was in this form. The only thing you need to remember in the TPL for this form, which calculates the scoring, the sections have been manually mapped. So the code says that section 8 has 2 questions, section 10 has how many questions it has. 8 questions and so on. So while this form is as is, you don't need to do anything else, just filling it in and scoring marks correctly. If this form is modified, so if someone adds a 15th question to section 1, then in that TPL function, you need to go manually and say there are 15 questions, just a variable at the start, 15 questions in section 1, so that the averages can be calculated correctly. So that's the form. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.